So I did tell you that trying to take care of your bees in warm weather or hot weather, not warm weather, is kind of risky. But I'm going to go against my own advice. Because of the bearding, could also be a sign that there are too many bees and I don't want them to swarm. So I'm going to add a couple more layers, at least one layer each, to the hives so that this doesn't happen. So we'll see where it goes from there. So we're just going to pause for now. All right. I'm all geared up in my bee suit, in my bright green bee suit. We'll try and get started here. All right. Keep my tools handy. Those are the sticks I talked about in the last video about getting them in there to give us some room. All right. Lighten our smoke. I'm using dried out white pine needles. And we're going to remove the feeders. I don't want to crush any bees, so I'm going to get my bee brush. I gotta remember where I put my bee brush. And brush our bees. Oops, shoot. So there's a wee lesson for you. You got fluid in your your feeder, don't tilt it sideways. This one doesn't have liquid in it. This is the solid one. Push them right back in there. All right. So it doesn't look like we're like 100% full in here. We've got some honey. There's comb. I am not going to open this up because you see where they're all fused together. If I do that, it's going to break them open, and I really don't want to do that. But you can see some of these are not full yet. So what I'm going to do... Stay. Maybe. Stay. Just moving you all around today. Alright. So what I'm going to do is put what we call Queen's Keep on top, because the one I'm going to add is just going to be for honey. Because right now they're trying to store honey and brood in the same frame, or the same frames, and they're losing out on room for one or the other. So this is going to keep the queen from moving up into the super that I'm going to put on top of this. So she won't lay eggs in it. She will only be able to lay eggs in the portion underneath this. So the top portion will just be for honey. So this is a previous one from last year. We've already cleared the honey out of the frames. Actually, the bees took care of that part. So now they can store just honey up here, and it leaves more brood in the other supers. We keep the honey ones smaller than the brood boxes, so you can lift them. Because when these are full of honey, they weigh a lot. Like right now, I don't think I can imagine even lifting one of the bigger supers right now. That's why I just left it where it was. So now we'll put the feeders back on top. All right, and then put the top back on. Pause now for a commercial break. All right, we're back. And I am completely sweating my booty off. Another reason why you really shouldn't do this when it's hot outside. As soon as I find my glove, we'll get going again. All right, club. I suspect that this one is going to be full. Just because of the amount of bees on the front. Right. Tools. All right. The ones with the ladder. Keep straight, right? And then brush our beads back inside. That was a close one. Well, smoky smoke. Maybe. There we go. The smoke is here. They don't think there's a fire. They don't rush in to protect the honey or the hive. Basically, they can't smell the pheromones that anybody else is putting off. They can't smell the queen's pheromones, so they can't get any directions on what to do. That is what the smoke is for. So from this one, I can see that all of the frames are full on this one, which is good. But that's what's causing them to swarm a little more, or beard. Again, we're putting down a queen's keep. a little inhalation of the smoke. Won't kill you, but... Alright, so the next super I'm putting on is a unique one. It is what we call a flow hive. And it's going to be big, and you're going to say, but Shannon, you said don't use a big one because they're heavy. Well, this one's already heavy. What this one does is you don't have to take it off. I'll show you why. I don't know if I can reverse my... Alright. So here, you see all these little cells? Well, I have a tapper. These little plugs here come out. And you put a little tube in there, and then you get a key. Hold on, I'll get my key. You get this key. Oh, yeah, on the wrong side. Wait, there it is. You get this key. It's very long. It's the same length as each frame. You take these caps off here. I can with my gloved hands. Anyway, you take the caps off and you insert this inside. You turn it, and then all these little cells, they're all little individual, break. So all the honey comes down into each one of these reservoirs and drains out. So basically you get your honey without wrecking the hive or getting rid of the wax, so the bees can then fill it all back up without any trouble or extra work. So we actually have a couple observation spots, which is what I showed you, and then there's a window on the other side, which is facing the wrong direction, but you want to keep the working side of this box which was the area that I showed you, in the back, so you're not in front of what? The entrance to the hive. So you're not getting attacked by bees. Alright, so this guy's in place. Just need to add a couple things here. Those are back up. And the feed bin's back. Try and put them back in the way that you had them originally. So yeah, a little playing around is necessary when the piece you're using isn't actually made by the company that made the hive. And I can already hear them in here. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm going to put the top on. Alright, so like on the hive next to us, I still left the lid a little loose and a little propped up just so we can get that airflow that we need. And because this doesn't sit smack dab tight. Ooh, I think that was a giant daddy long legs. But This should be fine for the air ventilation. But now we gotta secure it down, customize it here with some bungee cords. That one might be long enough. So that one's secured to that one, and then we want to secure it all the way over to the other side. Boom! Just like that. Hopefully that'll solve our bearding problem. Alright, so I'll show you. This is kind of what it looks like all together. I'd have to take the lid off in order to access the honey, but that's fine because the feeders are on top, so it still keeps the bees inside. I can still access this to check out if bees are in there. And we also have this guy on the side. It's another window, another observation window. You can take out easily and check to see if they're working in there, see if they're putting any honey up in there. Alright, and that is another edition of, I don't know, what do you want to call this? Theology? Or learning to take care of bees with Shannon, as she learns how to take care of bees. Woo, woo. Yeah, it's a hot one. Alright. Be well, be safe, be happy.